If we look at something like people's presence online, it's so important to keep all of this in mind, because I can't tell you how many times I've seen people in business who waste the prime real estate of their web presence on some beautiful stock photo that really has nothing to do with their business, when they have that
Yeah.
split second to get somebody's attention and get them curious enough to learn
Yep.
more. So I think that
Stock photos, by the way, are the primal brain just tunes them right out. Same with stock video footage. It goes, oh, I've seen that before. Like doing your own kind of nitty gritty stuff is the best stuff, and your own personal photos. If you are going to use sort of a stock photo, what I tell people is get a professional Photoshop artist and make it disruptive some way. I'll give you a really quick example. I was talking with the CEO of an investment firm. They do research. And I went to their webpage and I was like, oh, this is just completely egocentric. It's all about, here's the awards we've won. And it doesn't tell you anything about how they do what they do. And they have big clients. And so I sent them over. I took a stock photo of a man walking off a cliff blindfolded. And then it said, or choose XYZ company. That's it. That's the message. Or choose us. That's it. Because the message is instantaneous. Either you walk off a cliff blind or you hire us. And he was like, what? How did you do that? And I came up with five more images like that. I had one with a lady with a crystal ball, or choose us. Because guessing is not research.
You're bringing them to the decision, and you're making the emotion of it intense. Like you go one direction or the other.
That's right. And part of what appeals to the primal brain is not only stuff that's memorable and disruptive, which is why I use the saw sign. Okay. Anything unusual is memorable. It's, whoa, what's with that? That's really strange, or also something that is really obvious. You make it really, really using an image like that is really disturbing, but it makes it very obvious. And that's what differentiates. Because if we look, sound, and smell like everybody else, you're gonna get lumped into that group. And so there's a lot of different things like that.
So give us some examples of what you mean by making it really obvious.
Well, particularly, like I said, in imagery, when I'm talking about neuromarketing, I'll use some pretty shocking images. I had one. I had an image that I posted, and it has a medieval knight standing there with a sword, in the old tin can and the armor, and it says traditional marketing is medieval. That's being really disruptive.
So you're making a strong statement, and it's with the visuals.
Yes, correct. You see, in the internet today, as you know, the YouTube is filled with how-to videos. And they're all content. But are people content with your content? Right? So there's a lot of how-to stuff out there. What is infinitely more valuable, and I don't know, probably in your study of NLP, were you taught the sleight of mouth patterns? Are you familiar with that?
Yep.
Okay. So, that stuff is so cool, right? So what is sleight of mouth? Sleight of mouth is there's like 14 or 15 different ways of shifting a perspective, right? And that, I would argue that shifting someone's perspective is far more valuable than a how-to. So if you are in your field, rather than just saying, well, here's how to, lose weight, you shift somebody's perspective. Now, sleight of mouth, boy, that's powerful stuff, because you can 180 somebody's belief system instantly. And beliefs are very tricky, as you know, because beliefs aren't necessarily facts. They're just assumptions that we presume are facts. And people don't like having their facts challenged. But with sleight of mouth, and this is what I'm really doing here, I want to be a bit controversial. I want to raise your ire. I want you to get, whoa, what? And when you challenge, and I'm doing that from a sense of values. These are my values. I really do believe this. This is a game changer in communications, And in marketing and sales, because we help people get what they want faster with less friction. And so I'm going to say your stuff is obsolete. And I, pardon my language, pissed off more than a few marketing guys saying that. But their bosses were listening because it was, whoa, I've never heard anybody talk like that before. And so I kind of built my reputation for, listen, I'm a super friendly, approachable, nice guy, but I'm very opinionated. And it's those opinions that got me to the stage in 24 countries because I was saying things differently, using some sleight of mouth. I still haven't mastered those. I love that stuff, though. That's incredibly powerful technology. So if I could say one thing is make your message, give a viewpoint, put a viewpoint. And when I post things on social media, I'm quite often giving a viewpoint. And I'll get people, I don't agree with you. I don't care if you don't agree. I'm not here to gain agreement. I'm here to go show you a different perspective. Because I'm only, like in business terms of clients, and I'm sure you'd agree with this, we only are looking for people who are looking for us.
That's right.
We're only looking for the people who are looking for us. So I want my message to be very clear. I'm not trying to attract everybody. I'm just trying to attract somebody who's looking for this type of viewpoint.
That's right.
If
you want to catch the right kind of fish, you got to use the right kind of bait. It's really how we say it.
Bingo. And you can't be afraid of offending somebody. We live in a cancel culture here today. But people who have strong opinions are valuable because they force us to look at things a different way. And that's two people think the same way. One of them is not necessary, as the adage goes.
Right.
So there's so many parallels between what we do. I'm kind of just giving people the science behind it. And like I said, I've created an entire framework of utilizing this stuff. One of the things I'm just finishing working on now is it's kind of like, it's a tool for building websites or presentations or pitch decks. And all it is a list of what you need to be neuromarketing friendly, brain friendly. And then the neuro part is really how to deliver it. So here's what the brain needs to make decisions. And here's how it needs to be served up on the platter so that it gets into the old brain.
Right. Awesome.
So I think that's going to be a very, very powerful tool because I've basically systemized and codified what has worked for me for years.